Forbidden fog. No. Jackdaw's triangle button. South. Lumos. Utility. Triangle but to use a spell or item, you must first add it to your spell set. Add Incendio now. Hover over Incendio, hold R2 button and tap the corresponding face button of where you would like to place it.
Here I am, as good as my word.
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to see you. It would take the patience of a Hufflepuff to track down these pages.
Well said. Now where do we go from here?
Follow me. I shall lead you as far as I can, but I fear I may remain a tad reluctant to revisit the scene of my demise. Keep your eyes open for a bird bath. When you find it, say Intramuros. I think it's Latin. Or Greek. As you can imagine, I never paid much attention in school. Shall we?
Aside from the bird bath, anything else I should look for?
Indeed. A few landmarks. A stone bridge, a waterfall, and, if I recall, a lake. You'll see.
You've been very helpful. Thank you.
Surprising how much of this is, rather unfortunately, coming back to me. Yes. You know, the closer we get, the more I'm remembering. Probably best I leave you to it. Simply stick to the path and keep a sharp eye out for that bird bath. Adieu. Is that Latin?
Nothing to do now but keep going. The waterfall. For a thief, Jackdaw's surprisingly as good as his word. Something oddly solemn about this place. Such regal creatures, stags. There it is, just as Jackdaw described. Intramuros.
Aren't you a little far from home?
Ranrock knew you'd eventually lead us to whatever it is you're hiding. But, look at you! Bloody well done!
Lucky, that's all! I will make you pay.
I'll kill you when I get
No risk those loyalists will report back to Ranrock now. Let's see where Jackdaw has led me. Wonder how big this place is. Impressive. That must be where all this leads. Someone didn't want casual visitors down here. I wonder if any of my spells will help me with this. Incendio! Potato! Levioso! Accio! Incendio! Potato! I'm not gonna touch those. Ugh. Accio. Potato! Incendio! Potato! Accio! Incendio! Levioso! Accio! Incendio! Potato! so good.
Protego! Accio! Incendio!
Perhaps the next symbol is hidden somewhere. Perhaps the next symbol is hidden somewhere.
Revelio. Accio.
It's a good thing Jackdaw didn't fall down there.
Accio. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Protego. Accio. Expelliarmus! Accio! Leviosa! Protego! Incendio! Protego! Expelliarmus! Accio! Incendio!
I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be?
Revelio! Accio!
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
Accio.
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
Accio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Accio. There it is. The bridge, it's almost complete. More spiders. These can't be what beheaded the Jackdaw. Accio. Levioso. Explodego. Levioso. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Potato. Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Potato. Expelliarmus. Revelio. Accio. Incendio. Farewell, monster. I can only imagine how the spiders have multiplied since Jackdaw came this way. Revelio.
Your gear slots are full.
Not a headless
Complete
man.
Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
Revelio. I'll need to look around for the symbol. Must be getting closer to Jackdaw's remains and those pages. We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
Is there something beyond this room? Expelliarmus! Accio! Incendio! Expelliarmus, sign of roots. Protego! Leviosa! Expelliarmus! 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 Incendio! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Oh no, the room's starting to flood. How am I being protected? What sort of magic is this? I can only hope this magic protects me until I'm able to make my way out of here. What is this place?
Can it be?
It's you.
Has someone finally found our map chamber?
I recognize you from the Pensives. You're Professor Rackham.
I am indeed. I must confess that I am surprised to see someone so young standing before me.
I'm the same age that you and Isadora Morganach were when you started at Hogwarts.
You've paid attention, and might I presume you share our ability?
To see traces of ancient magic? Yes, sir, I do.
As you have likely realized by now, our ability gives us a unique relationship with all forms of magic. We can access expressions of magic that few others can. Opportunities will arise that allow you to sharpen this rare talent. Do not squander them.
I won't, Professor. Thank you.
We have much to discuss. But first, a map found in a certain book led you here. Place the book on the pedestal.
I don't have the book with me, sir.
That is unfortunate. I'm afraid we must pause our conversation until you return with the book.
I'll bring the book here. Why are you a Why I'll bring...
Very well. I'll retrieve the book right away.
Good. We shall speak again once the book is in place.
Your connection to ancient magic has unlocked talents. You will receive 1 talent point each time you increase your wizarding level. Talents. You've earned talent points starting at core. Sense of secrecy I. Enemy's ability, human demiguise. Allows you to sprint while using disillusionment. Sense of secrecy I. Enemy's ability to detect you is reduced. Dark spells. Dark art. Core. Spell knowledge 2. A new spell set is spell knowledge I. A new spell set is added. Hold R2 button and tap directional buttons in a direction to swap to an unlock.
I found the pages and the map chamber. Why would I need the book?
What are you up to now?
I'm back at Hogwarts. I wonder when Professor Fig will be back. I did promise him I wouldn't neglect my studies while he was away. Suppose I have enough to distract myself with till he returns with the book. Revelio.
Sleeping Dragon stack. Urn of Ashes.
You need to learn Depulso, the banishing charm. Useful for pushing objects or adversaries away. Complete the required tasks and meet me in my classroom.
Map. Flu Flames location. The exit. Flying class. The bell tower wing. Flying triangle button.
Everybody grab a broom, and we shall get started.
Mr. Clopton, your attention, please.
Sorry, Madam Kagawa.
Everyone, please welcome a new student to our flying class.
Welcome. Hello.
The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely, as broom flight is, first and foremost, a means of transportation.
This, I fear, some of you have forgotten.
Diving, rolling, and loop-the-loops will not be taught or in fact tolerated in this class. We'll leave that to professional Quidditch players, like the Toyohashi Tengu.
Boo!
Not a fan, I take it? Now, let's see how well everyone kept up with their practice over the summer holidays. For those who need a refresher, step up to your broom, say up firmly and clearly, then kick your leg over and rest your weight on the seat. Up! Thank you. Now, your turn.
Up!
Up!
Up, you stupid ratty school broom!
Up!
One leg over, so there's a leg on each side. None of that side saddle nonsense. A gust of wind will throw you right off. And if you hear my whistle while you're in flight, ground yourself at once.
Left stick to move in a direction.
For your first
Right
lesson,
stick up and down to
fly
ascend and
each
descend.
ring in the courtyard. Do take care. The brooms are
brilliant.
school property. I want them returned in one
I think
piece.
I'm getting the hang of this.
Well done. Now that you're acclimatized to your broom, let's see how well you manage with a more advanced exercise, shall we?
Hold R2 button to go faster and enter forward flight.
Rounds for more of a challenge.
What a view!
Hello! Nice day for a flight!
Made it! Oh, did anyone else see that?
Ah, the old boathouse. Wish you could have experienced crossing the lake as the first year. Whoa! Our aquatic resident likes to make an appearance once in a while.
Ha! Good. I've got this.
Oh, well done! Have a moment? I say, I watched you fly through those rings. You seem to handle yourself on that dusty school broom well enough. I'd imagine you're ready for something a bit more challenging. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We haven't properly met. I'm Everett Clopton. Am I right in suspecting that a Hufflepuff like you might be interested in some high-flying fun?
I like the sound of that. Won't.
Kagawa seems strict. I wouldn't want to get into trouble.
Kagawa won't even notice. Besides, a bird doesn't learn how to fly by staying in the nest. Follow me. The tour is about to begin. Follow closely now. Right now, we're flying over the Transfiguration Courtyard. Lovely as ever. Let's hope the headmaster isn't having tea by the window today. Nice to get above it all, isn't it? Ahead of the gardens, the Hufflepuff common room windows just peek out. Bit claustrophobic for my taste.
How is Everett flying so quickly?
Here's something handy to know. Lean forward for a burst of speed. Helpful if you need to escape a tricky situation.
L2 button for a burst of speed while in forward flight.
More like it. You sure you're not part hippogriff? There's the famous bridge. Think of all the magic holding it up. I mean, look at it. And the owlery. That's a bit of solid architecture, isn't it?
Flying tips and a jaunt around Hogwarts. This is quite the tour, Everett.
That's Kagawa's whistle. This concludes our tour. Best hurry back. Looks like she's already dismissed guards.
Circle button to dismount and descend from your broom.
And where have you two been?
Oh, hello, Professor. We were trying to get a bit of extra practice in.
Hefty points will be taken from each of you for not following my instructions. Mr. Clopton, I'm disappointed in you. You're in this class because you're still not showing yourself, or frankly, your broom the proper respect.
But, Professor...
Enough. Class is finished for the day. As for you, you do well to use better judgment in the future. Chin up. That was some rather good flying.
Sorry about that business with Kagawa, but you have to admit, those views were worth it.
I have no regrets. I wish we...
Perhaps, but we did get in trouble, and Kagawa could hold it against us.
Rotten luck, that. I didn't think she'd see us. But it's no matter. You seem at home on a broom. Bet if you had a fancy model, you could fly laps around Imelda. She's Kagawa's favorite. I could show her a thing or two if I had my own broom. Hate having to return the school broom after class.
Perhaps I have to purchase a broom then?
If you can, you should. Wish I could. I recommend visiting Albie Weeks at Spintwitches in Hogsmeade. He's always looking to test new models. I'll keep an eye out for you in the sky.
Map, Floo Flames locations. Hogwarts. South Hogwarts region. Enemy level. Hogsmeade. Collection, Spintwitches, follow the butterflies. The Spintwitches sporting needs. Cross button, south.
Please meet me in the 7th floor corridor as soon as you can. I have an idea for somewhere you can focus on your studies, away from prying eyes and distractions.
Ah, new face. Wonderful.
Hello, Mr. Weeks, is it?
Albie Weeks at your service. Welcome to Spintwitches. Apologies if you came by before and weren't able to come in. Shop's been closed since trade routes were disrupted. Had to travel as far as London to meet with my supplier. And I've only just returned, thankfully with inventory. I presume you're in the market for a new broom? Got a few rare yew-weavers available. Ember Dash, Silver Arrows. Wind Wisps too. No matter what broom you choose, you'll be pleased. They're all exceptional, both in quality and performance.
I'll have a look. Thank you. Disrupted.
You said disrupted trade routes caused you to close, Spintwitches?
Terrible it's been. Trade routes reported as unusable. Evidently criminals were overtaking roads, threatening hamlets. I can fly safely almost anywhere, but you try flying with an inventory of brooms on your back. No easy feat. Right then, back to work. If a particular broom takes your fancy, just let me know.
I'll have a look. What else can...
Do you mind sharing more about your brooms?
I've a passion for them. Every detail of every model. Take Wind Wisps, well known for their quality ash handles. Yew-weavers are rare because some fear flying them, likely to do with the yew-wand's darker reputation. Then you have the Ember Dash, known for its handsome appearance. Working with brooms every day makes me practically giddy. It's one of many reasons I cherish running this shop.
I'll have a look.
Sounds quite the array of brooms. I'll have a look around. Thank you.
What are we looking for today?
Spintwitch's sporting needs. Wind Wisp broom. A stylish broom with a light touch, quite literally. Moon trimmer broom. Finely crafted from ash, Hogwarts house broom. A broom enchanted to celebrate, Ember Dash broom. The perfect broom for those with a fiery temperament. Yew-weaver broom. A comfortable and Ember Dash broom. The perfect broom for those with a fiery temperament. Cost: Hogwarts house, traditional school, dark flat cap, solar protection spectacle, natural fringed, heraldic long coat, solar protect, cobalt advent, natural base scarf. Well appointed, cobalt advent, natural base scarf. Superb. Required level 10. Of Cobalt Adventure Ensemble.
Whilst nearly any broom will certainly be a step up from the practice brooms in Kagawa's class, they all have their limitations. You seem to be a flyer who might be interested in, say, some enhancements?
Go on.
Ha! Knew I was right about you. I think you'll be quite happy with the performance of any broom at lower altitudes. But you may notice that speed consistency tends to falter as you rise. I believe I can remedy this issue. I have some ideas for enchantments, upgrades, if you will, that will improve the performance of any broom you fly. What I need is someone to conduct a broom flight and report back to me so I can perfect the upgrades. As it happens, another Hogwarts student, Imelda Reyes, is using abandoned broom courses for time trials. Clever girl. An ideal situation for collecting flight statistics. If you were to compete for the best time and succeed, then report back to me with how your broom behaved, I could complete work on my first upgrade. What say?
Sounds worth a try, Mr. Weeks.
That sounds intriguing. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. It'll be worth your while. If I'm right, the new upgrade ought to enhance brooms in every regard. And I can give you a... The time trial should be a bit of fun too. Go to the... Once you've beaten Imelda's time, be sure to let me know.
Hogsmeade and certain other map Hogsmeade. Collection chests. 0 out of 5. Flue Flames locations. Hogsmeade. Collection Flue Flames locations, in the shadow of the Undercroft. I can probably... The astronomy wing, the room of requirement. Professor Weasley has requested I'm in the shadow of the Undercroft. Triangle in the shadow of the Undercroft. The astronomy wing. Collection Charms Club Defect.
I can't help but admire Mr. Weeks' enthusiasm.
Might some kind soul help me? If only a new student were to help me with my sad predicament.
Sebastian, it's been a while.
It has. Glad you received my owl. I have something to show you.
First, let me thank you for what you did in the library.
Of course. Scribner tried to give me detention, but I have ways out of these things.
Well, you took the fall for me, and that counts for something.
Did you find what you were looking for?
I did, but something was missing. I'm not sure here is the best place to discuss it.
Understood. We can talk more in a moment, in the Undercroft. Not even the professors know about this place. This way. There's a secret passage just here.
How did you find this place?
My friend, Ominous Gaunt. He named it the Undercroft. We used to play gobstones here all the time. With my sister, Anne. She loved that infernal game. What I wouldn't give to lose to her again. I should tell you, I swore to Ominous I would safeguard this place. So please, keep this between us. He never confides in anyone. But he's trusted me since the day we met. I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. We used to sneak in here almost daily. We've never been caught.
I think I've seen Ominous in potions. Or was it herbology? I've noticed that he uses his wand to navigate the castle.
He does. No idea how, though. Ominous was born blind, and no spell could reverse it. His wand seems almost sentient. Not surprising, I suppose. Ollivander always says, the wand chooses the wizard.
Is that how he found this place?
No, someone in his family knew about it. The Gaunts are full of secrets. I've never heard anyone else speak of it, and I've certainly never seen anyone else here. Again, mention this to no one, especially Ominous. He has no love lost for his family or their secrets, but this place is special to him.
Understood. But why does Ominous have no love lost for his family?
His father's family are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Obsessed with blood status, most of them. Ominous cannot abide them, as he'll be the first to tell you. Anyway, the Undercroft has been a perfect place to sneak off to, away from prying eyes, and even practice otherwise forbidden spells.
Really? Like what?
Like the blasting curse. Professors say it's not an appropriate spell to teach students.
That's ridiculous.
A proper magical education ought to include all magic.
My thoughts exactly. A spell like Confringo is only truly dangerous in untrained hands. Such spells should be properly taught, not banned. To be fair, I'm admittedly partial to more fiery forms of magic. But you should learn it. I can teach it to you safely here. It may take a while to get the feel for it. Mimic my wand movement. The incantation is Confringo.
Very well.
You're getting it. Ready to actually try it out? Stick to the target.
Lumos. Incendio. Conf triangle button. R2 button. Incendio, R2 button. Hold to assign. To use a spell or item, you must first add it to your spell set. Add Incendio now. Hover over Incendio, hold R2 button and tap the corresponding face button of where you would like to place it.
Nice work. How's it feel?
It's a tad hot.
You'll get used to it. That's it!
I think I've got it.
Well done.
I have to say, I enjoyed that.
The first time Ominous and I practiced Confringo, we singed our eyebrows.
I would have paid to see that.
I swore we'd never live it down. To this day, there's something about that spell that's addictive.
It's almost too much.
The blast does heat things up. I see how you lost your eyebrows.
You'll get used to it. Anne, Ominous and I used to practice down here for hours. The Undercroft was our retreat. Haven't been here in some time. It's not the same without Anne.
I'm sorry about your sister. If there's anything I can do...
Perhaps when I next head to Feldcroft, you could come along. Meet Anne. She could use some cheering up.
I'd be glad to.
Just let me know when and I'll meet you.
Oh, she misses Hogwarts. She's been stuck at home with our guardian, Uncle Solomon. Unfortunately, you'll have to meet him too. Well, meeting a new student will be precisely what she needs.
I shall look forward to it.
Cheers. By the way, what was it you couldn't discuss out in the hall earlier?
I'm not sure where to start.
You said something was missing from what you found in the library. Might it have something to do with Victor Rookwood? He didn't mistake you for someone else at all in Hogsmeade, did he?
Nothing gets past you. I'll tell you what I can. Rookwood and Ranrock are trying to recover something they think I took from a vault in Gringotts.
Gringotts? When were you there?
Professor Fig and I wound up there after the dragon attack. There was this port key that...
A port key? To Gringotts?
Well, it's all a bit convoluted.
I'm listening.
I'll tell you the truth. I'm not ready.
The book I found in the restricted section was missing some pages. That's about it.
Pity. Didn't think you'd disappoint me with so vague an answer. I suppose with both Rookwood and Ranrock after you, a bit more time practicing the blasting curse is in order. Spend as much time here as you'd like. And remember, keep this place between us. When I head to Feldcroft, I'll send you an owl.
Hello, Sebastian. Wait. You there? I can hear you.
Oh, hello. Ominous, isn't it? I believe we have potions together. And herbology?
I recognize that voice. Heard you talking to Gareth Weasley in potions class. You're the new 5th year. Did you just come from the Undercroft? How did you get in there?
Sebastian showed me. I stopped.
That room's called the Undercroft. Ah, well, I was exploring and then suddenly found myself in a strange passageway.
Don't lie to me. No one stumbles upon that room. Sebastian told you, didn't he? You breathe a word about this place to anyone, and not even your precious Professor Fig will be able to help you. My father is friends with the headmaster. I am not afraid to exploit that connection if I need to.
I promise not to say anything.
Trust me, Ominous. I won't say a word. And Sebastian is a good friend. You shouldn't immediately assume the worst of him.
I don't need you to tell me about my oldest friend. Thank you very much.
Ominous, I just meant...
I know what you meant. Sebastian gets himself in enough trouble. He doesn't need your help. Sebastian is going to get an earful about this.
Kind soul, help me.
Map. Flue Flames, the South, the Astronomy Wing, the Room of Triangle, the Astronomy Wing. Collection chests. The Charm.
She did say that.
I thought she did. I hope you know that it isn't true.
Well, of course you're...
And then the werewolves join the goblins.
Goblins, werewolves, where were you?
Revelio.
Tapestry.
Professor Weasley? Somewhere away from prying eyes.
Forgive me, the headmaster stopped me and I... Merlin's beard. I see you've wasted no time. Well done. Shall we?
After you, Professor. What is this place?
This is the Room of Requirement. It only appears when one is in real need of it. Ordinarily, a student might stumble upon this room entirely by accident. If ever. I'd only planned to suggest to you how to find it by walking past that bit of wall, focusing on what you need. But you've managed to reveal the room on your own. While I'm here, we should take advantage of the moment. Now, where is Deke? He must have sneaked past and gone ahead.
Deke, Professor.
The house elf I was speaking to in my classroom your first day. Thought he might help you use the room once you found it. There's no chance I'm clambering over this.
Level 11. Quest. Owl Poke. Challenge. Collections. Talents. Dark Arts. Core. Spell not Swift. Protego Absorption. Successful. Ancient Magic Throw Expertise. Spell Knowledge 3. And Dark Arts. Level. Talent.
This presents the perfect opportunity to teach you Evanesco, the vanishing spell. You can cast Evanesco to vanish certain objects, such as these chairs and other things here in the room. I suggest you practice the wand movements first, then you can clear the chairs away.
Lumos. Try Evanesco. Transfiguration. R2 button. Altering try Disillusionment. Utility. Lumos. Reparo. R2 triangle R2 button. Evanesco. R2. To use a spell or item, you must first add it to your spell set. Add Incendio now. Hover over Incendio. Hold R2 button and tap the corresponding face button of where you would like to place it.
Let's move on. Where in Merlin's name is that elf? Is that... Goodness.
I waited for you here for ages. But
I wondered where that had got to. Can't believe it's still here. I'll just take a quick look at this. Give you an opportunity to explore on your own until we locate Deke.
Yes, Professor.
Dear me. Can't you keep it down? Some of us are trying to rest.
Accio! Expelliarmus! Hope this isn't as precarious as it looks.
An intruder! Stop them! No, not... that's not helpful, you worthless pile of tin!
Bit offended the room thought I needed a bath. Cheek.
How does anyone other than a house elf manage to get around in here? What was that? Was that a golden snitch? Accio!
Perhaps you should summon your wits and find out.
I hope that house elf can find us in here.
Yikes! Careful! Huh? Oh, there you are. Wait right there. Deke will come to you. Hello.
Ah, Deke, we've been looking for you.
Apologies, Professor Weasley. Deke was looking through some of what's appeared in the room since Deke was last here. Is this the student?
Indeed it is.
Deke is honored to meet you.
Deke has been a friend since I was a second year. We discovered this room together. I mentioned you to Deke. We believe that you might be able to benefit from this room like I did. Deke, would you be so kind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. The Room of Requirement will always be equipped for the Seeker's needs. It's unplottable, so won't appear on any map. Most happen upon it by accident, if ever. Deke's seen students in need of an extra file for potions stumble upon the room filled with them. You seem to have accessed it in its form as the Room of Hidden Things.
I was thinking about needing a place away from prying eyes. Brilliant.
Oh, that explains it then.
What I need specifically is a place where I can catch up on my schoolwork without distraction.
Well then, the room can provide you with precisely that. Now, it's time to focus on what you need. Just close your eyes. Imagine the room precisely as you need it. The room will do the rest.
You've given yourself quite a canvas to work with. I look forward to seeing what you do with the space. Ah, and it seems the room has provided...
Lumo, triangle button. Assign to R2 button. Triangle R...
of description. Excellent. It can identify unfamiliar items of clothing. One should always understand the effects of anything in which one is clothed.
You have unlocked the desk of description.
This will be more useful when I have something to identify.
You'll find plenty of items of clothing that need to be identified. The desk will be an invaluable resource.
I imagine the desk of description will come in handy.
It will. I hope. Now, I'll give you a brief lesson in conjuring. The room might not provide everything you need on its own.
Conjuring?
Yes, the magic of creating or conjuring objects. I'll teach you. Very good. When conjuring more complex objects, you'll need what's called a spellcraft. Spellcrafts are like recipes. They list the ingredients or resources needed to conjure a particular object. You should have acquired some for a potion station and potting table from tomes and scrolls in Hogsmeade.
I did. Where can I find the resources I need?
While resources such as moonstone can be obtained throughout the Highlands, it's much safer and easier to purchase them. They can also be collected by vanishing objects in the room, such as the chairs you vanished earlier. In fact, you should have enough resources for now.
I see. Can I regain resources by vanishing something I've already conjured?
You can indeed. Quite perceptive. You should find both familiar, since they'll resemble the ones you've already used.
Lumos. Utility. Triangle. Art. Conjuration. Potion. Small scientific potions station. Potions station budget. 0 out of 1. Complete more quests to increase conjuration budget in the room of requirement. Potions station budget. Conjuration. T-shape but utility. Herbology. Scientific pot. Gothic potting. But scientific potting table. Potting table budget. 0 out of 1. Complete more quests to increase conjuration budget in the room. Potting table budget. Conjuration. Eclectic potting. Wall utility. Desk of description.
Potion ingredients you need in Hogsmeade or outside the castle grounds. Deek will be here to answer any questions you may have. Do not underestimate his insights.
Thank you, Professor.
Can I use this type of transfiguration magic outside of the room?
Conjuring and vanishing are strictly forbidden elsewhere in the castle. We've charms in place to enforce that. It would be exhausting to reverse the errors in both judgment and magic. But the Room of Requirement has its own rules.
Thank you, Professor. I'd like to...
Can you tell me a bit more about Deek?
He's been at Hogwarts longer than I have, and seems to know its every nook, cranny, and secret. We discovered this room together when I was a student. Deek has had a good deal of experience, both here at Hogwarts and at a previous post. I shall let Deek tell you more when he's ready, but again, you would be wise to listen to any suggestions he may have.
Thank you, Professor.
I will be sure to speak with Deek if I need anything. Thank you.
Good luck. I shall linger a bit longer in case you'd like to learn another transfiguration spell for use in the room.
I'm ready for the next lesson, Professor.
Very well. First, you'll need to gather some moves. You can acquire it by vanishing items here in the Room of Requirement. Return to me once...
I have the moonstone you requested, Professor.
Good. Then we may... You can conjure more than potions and herbology. Conjuration can be used to decorate... Why don't you try it on...
Come and see me as soon as you can. I've returned from a rather unproductive trip to the Ministry, hoping your time has been...
Conjuration. Her decks, wall hangings, long oval wing mirror. Conjuration budget. The oval mirror, wing mirror. Object must be placed against a flat surface.
It can be used to levitate objects.
Resources required. Oval mirror. Object must conjure long mirror. Statue rugs. Large, medium size, medium but medium large square, medium gothic, medium scientific rug. Conjuration budget. The conjuration budget indicates the total number of items that can be conjured. Medium scientific rug. A medium rug. Resources conjure mediums large medium scientific conjuration budget. The conjuration budget indicates the total number of items that can be conjured. Medium scientific rug. A medium rug that would feel right at home in a library. Resources required. Moonstone. 60 out of 3. Medium scientific rug. Resources required. Conjuration. Large gothic furniture decoration botanical scientific gothic botanic scientific conjuration budget. The conjuration budget indicates resources required. Moonstone. 55 out of 2. Triangle button. Undo. L1 button, R1 button. Rotate object. Down button. Resources required. Moonstone. Conjure scientific scientific stand conjuration budget. The conjuration budget indicates the total number of items that can resources required. Conjuration telescope sees room of requirement art room mischief nurse house gazing gazing dap niffler and witch port conjuration budget. The conjuration budget indicates the total number of items that can be conjured. Niffler and resources required. Moonstone. Gazing wizard portrait room room of bickering couple statues tables seating tough science eclect botanical chair tables small gothic tables sees room of requirement artwork room of mist house gazing witch portrait dapper gazing wizard portrait dapper wizard portrait. Conjuration budget. The conjuration budget indicates the total number of items that can be conjured. Resources required. Bickering couple portrait. Dapper with big nurse house elves and mistress portrait. Resources gazing witch portrait. Object must be placed against a flat surface. Resources niffler and witch portrait. Conjuration. Bickering couple sees room of wall hanging wall long mirror oval mirror winged mirror. 2 room old herbal keg shelf. Shelf made for.
I've conjured everything I can. What's next, Professor?
I think you're ready to take on alteration. The altering spell will allow you to customize any conjured item. You can change the colors, patterns, and styles of your furniture to suit your taste. Let's get started, shall we? Watch closely as I demonstrate how to perform the altering spell.
The altering spell can be Lumos. Utility, triangle button, R2.
And perform the altering spell to customize it.
Scientific chair. But eclectic chair. Gothic chair. Botanical chair. Medium scientific rug. A medium rug that would feel right. Medium scientific rug. Botanical chair. A botanically inspired chair with a floral flair. Botanical chair. Cross button, scientific chair. Desk of description. Black, blue, green, pink, purple, pink, green.
Nicely done. Now you're ready for something a little more advanced. You can use the altering spell directly on the room's architecture. Try these new designs on the floor or balcony.
Scientific central, botanical central floor, eclectic central floor, gothic central floor.
Your space might benefit.
Gothic central, but scientific central, botanical central floor.
Of course, Professor Weasley. Professor Weasley showed Deke this bit of magic.
Professor Weasley said I should ask you about changing the rooms.
Of course.
A cool, moonlit ambience sounds perfect. I'd
like the room to feel...
Oh, sounds perfect.
Quite a difference. Of course, you needn't keep this style if you don't like it. You can always ask Deke to change it back. Now you have learnt a good bit about alteration.
Thank you, Professor. The room is full of possibilities.
Indeed. No matter how much time I spend here, the room always manages to surprise me. bigger space.
How did that?
The room equips itself to your needs. It must have sensed that you needed more space to practice spellcasting. If you'd like to customize the space further, you can use these spellcrafts. You'll find more of them both inside and outside the school.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep an eye out.
Good. I'll leave you to it. This is your space now. Use it wisely.
Map. Flue Flames locations. Secret rooms. The room of exit the map chamber. Triangle button. The astronomy wing. The astronomy wing. Collection. Astronomy charms club. Professor Fig.
I was hoping to see you.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. Eldridge Diggory's portrait in the common room told me about his great niece, Helen.
His great niece?
Yes, she used to be an Auror. Well, she took me to Azkaban to meet Anne Thisbe.
You went to Azkaban?
Quite an experience. But, you see, Anne knew Richard Jackdaw before he died, so I had to find his ghost.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book. The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way. And a portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How did this Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
Oh, Peeves. To think it was beneath us all this time. This looks promising. Map. There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent. If only you were here to see this.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the Map Chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability, the potential and power of which will unlock should you prove yourself worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials that will test you and give you access to invaluable knowledge. Trials that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
I do.
You and your friend Charles spoke of the port key, and of trials you'd created for one who could see traces of ancient magic.
Precisely. Charles is another of the Keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until, perhaps, now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do with all that we share. You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news, indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look? I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
I believe I have. It doesn't.
I don't think I have. Perhaps your young friend is not as well traveled as you think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
I'll see you there. Do you?
You said that you know that tower. What can you tell me about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. I've passed it dozens of times. It's north of Hogsmeade. My recollection is that it seems abandoned. Clearly, however, the tower conceals more than meets the eye.
I'll see you there.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful, and do not tell anyone where you're going.
Map. Flue Flames locations. South Hogwarts, Forbidden North Fort Bob. At the hub. Flue Flames location quests. Professor a demanding delivery. Owl Post. Luke and Brattleby. Crossbar Professor Helen Thistle. Greetings, I'm happy to report that my sister Helen survived that sudden attack in Azkaban. She said that she does not hold a grudge against Anne, as terrible as the violence was. After seeing the conditions in Azkaban anew, Helen said it's no wonder Anne's mind is so far gone. It seems you found Jackdaw's ghost and told him about Anne. Sebastian's level. Collections.